This is the expanded video that explains the time log activities report and how to navigate to it. For a shorter version of this tutorial, with only minimal explanations and no navigation, select the Quick Start Time Log Activities Report video. Normally, you would review this report by starting with the workflow navigation or selecting this report after you enter or edit data in the time log. I will start with an overview of the time log activities report and will then walk through the navigation. The time log activities report consists of two tables. Table 1, actual hours worked versus planned, and Table 2, which is the time log activation logic. Table 2 is displayed for confirmation purposes only and is normally reviewed only if there is an issue with the data displayed in Table 1. I'm going to scroll up to the top of Table 1. Table 1 provides the following information: the report generated on, the date and the time this report was generated. Report 4, the user and the company names. Then there is this time log color code. Red represents days where actual reported work hours exceeded the number planned or scheduled hours on this date for this activity in either the prioritized critical task calendar for sales task activities or the work schedule for sales non-task activities such as consulting delivery. And we see an example here. Green are actual reported work hours the same as planned, and an example here. And yellow, actual reported work hours less than planned or scheduled, and an example is here. In addition, we see the number of items, the number of sales task and sales non-task activity items displayed in this report, and finally, the earliest activity date displayed, based on the maximum number of days to report time log records prior to this report generation date. This information is gained from your user profile. The main body of Table 1 consists of the following information for each reported activity. So we'll just scroll down a little to get a better view, and on a column-by-column basis. The activity date is the date on which the activity was entered into the time log. The activity day is the day of the week. The activity type, whether this is a sales non-task activity here or a sales task activity. Scroll back up a little. If this is a sales task activity, the following information is always displayed. These columns are blank for sales non-task activity. You can see these 4 columns. So we've got client name, opportunity name, stage name, and task name. Then the specific activity, which is the name of the specific activity, the number of hours scheduled or planned from the prioritized critical task calendar or the work schedule, the number of hours actually worked, which is the number of hours entered into the time log on this date for this activity, actual hours versus planned, the number of hours worked minus the number of hours scheduled or planned, and actual hours percent versus planned, the actual hours versus planned as a percentage of the number of hours scheduled or planned. If no hours were planned, then this field is displayed as N/A, and we see examples here. Now we'll scroll down to Table 2. And the main body of Table 2 consists of the following information, again for each reported activity. And repeated from Table 1 are activity date through to specific activity, so that the only new information are these last 4 columns. Activate Critical Task Calendar Checks displays a warning message in the time log if you select a date for which no activities were planned in your activity schedule. Activate Reasons logic in log time also displays a table of predefined reasons you selected why your actual work hours are higher or lower than planned. Activate 0 non-task sales worked hours logic displays a table in the time log of predefined reasons you selected while your actual worked hours for a specific non-task sales activity is entered on a date when no work hours were planned for this specific non-task sales activity. And finally, activate zero task sales worked hours logic, as you might expect, displays the table in the time log of predefined reasons you selected while your actual worked hours for a task sales activity are entered on a date when no work hours were planned for this specific task sales activity. And I'll just scroll back up to the top. This completes the quick start video that explains the time log activities report. I'm going to click on the workflow tab to start the navigation process. This navigation is the same as used by your internet browsers. The default approach is to hide all information messages on the screen by starting with No in the Select Message field. You will see this choice on all Time to Money workflow screens. At any time, you can display all information messages, including the discussion of how to navigate through a workflow, by selecting Yes. First, select from the pull-down menu the workflow which you wish to activate. All reports and alerts are found in the Run Simulation and Review Alerts and Reports choice, so that is what we'll choose. The description of your selected workflow is displayed below the selection, so that you can be sure that this is your desired workflow. If this is not your desired workflow, simply select another workflow from the pull-down menu. Confirm this is your desired workflow by selecting Yes, Activate Selected Module. Demo Builder displays your selected workflow home screen in a new tab. Next, select the individual report you want to review by selecting a single choice from the pull-down menu. For this demo, I select Time Log Activities Report. Confirm that this is your desired report by selecting Yes, Activate Selected Module. And Time to Money displays the selected report in a new tab. You can get a PDF copy of this report by clicking on the PDF button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. You can log out from Time to Money when you've completed your session by clicking on the Sign Out menu item in the upper right-hand corner of all Time to Money screens. After reviewing this report, if you wish to continue this session, scroll up to the New tab and click on the return arrow to return to the selected workflow. In this demo, you would be returned to the Run Simulation and Review Alerts and Reports workflow, where you can select another report to view. This completes the expanded video that explains the Time Log Activities Report and how to navigate to it.